I did a smithing guide recently and you guys seem to really like it, but if you haven't yet seen the video, I'll link it out above for your convenience. So I've been getting a bunch of questions and demands for a tailoring guide, so okay, I got you bro. Let's talk about tailoring. Tailoring is an artisanal skill used exclusively by mages, and you can tailor a bunch of things like paper, books, tomes, mage equipment, consumables, and the garbage Golemite stuff. Do know that tailoring as a profession is a complete gold sink, and you will never make a profit doing this. So for instance, tailoring a tier 3 tome costs you at this time about 25,000 gold worth of materials to craft 5 of these tomes. These tomes are sold to other players for as little as 100 to 150 gold each, so you're losing about 24,500 gold each instance you tailor Infernal tomes. This is largely due to people farming netherracks for a better way of getting tier 3 tomes. And as for the lower tiered tomes, those can be bought from the merchant directly, so good luck selling those. You might also be wondering about the equipment you can tailor and if those were profitable. The answer is simply no. None of the equipment sets, save for the Nightspun set, are tradable. I'm digressing a little bit over here, but in fact, I would highly advise against tailoring a Nightspun set, as it is simply a huge waste of time and the returns are indeed negligible. In order to sell the whole Nightspun set, you will need 44 spider carapaces and 26 spider webs, which costs you 700,000 gold, so your profit margin stands at only 300,000 gold, assuming you were even lucky enough to find a buyer in the first place. Know that each piece of the Nightspun set gives the player the same amount of EXP to create, so if you wanted to raise your tailoring level this way, you would only be tailoring the Nightspun ring for the cheapest material cost of 60,000 per ring. But I still wouldn't recommend it, as it is extremely difficult to find sellers of the materials, and it also requires a lot of walking back and forth from the bank because these materials don't stack up. So I'll not talk about tailoring Nightspun stuff in this video. Before I proceed the juicy bits of this video, do consider subscribing. Subscribing is free and you can always change your mind afterwards. Okay, I can wait. Now I'm going to approach this video slightly differently to the smithing guide, so it's easier for you to refer to what you need. In this section, I'll briefly explain how to obtain the materials needed for tailoring. Note that all tailoring materials can be traded with other players, and I do recommend doing this if you have some gold to spare. So let's start with magic essences. These are the lifeblood of tailoring and can be found from killing all mobs in the nature dungeon, but seedlings drop them the most. You can also obtain magic essences from mining magic ores and magic logs. They currently retail for 1,000 to 1,300 gold each right now. Books are the next most important materials for tailoring. These can be found from killing all enemies in the nature dungeon as well, but the nature elder boss drops them significantly higher than the other mobs. However, I do not recommend you farm nature elder if your level is low, as you would simply be overtaken by another bigger whale. They retail for 3,500 gold to 4,000 gold each right now, and you can technically tailor books, but I highly advise against it. Next, we have the elemental relics, starting with the ice relics. These are mostly found from crafting magic logs, which requires level 80 in crafting, or by killing ice demons, video linked above. They are generally easy to obtain, so they sell pretty reasonably at 7,500 to 8,000 gold each right now. Then we have the nature relics, and these drop 3 times more doing nature elders than seedlings at a rate of about 300 nature relics per hour. You can also collect oak logs to craft these. These relics retail for 7,000 to 7,500 gold each, so if your level is low, craft nature relics. If your level is high, kill nature elders. And if you're rich, buy these relics. As for cursed relics, these can also be crafted, but it requires an enormous level 81 in crafting to do so. Apart from this, you can find them from killing skeletal bats and snakes, but their drop rate is so incredibly low, you're better off measuring your height in rice grains. But because these cursed relics also drop very frequently during mummy runs, video linked above, they are actually super cheap at 3,500 gold each right now. I highly recommend you to just buy them from other players. And finally, fire relics. These relics can also be found from skeletal bats and snakes, but like I said, are a complete chore to do so. Apart from these, they don't drop from any other mobs right now, and the fastest way to get hold of them is through the tedious crafting of chestnut logs. As such, they fetch the highest price of 9,000 to 10,000 gold each. Both crafting and buying fire relics are equally painful in my opinion, but you actually don't want to get these as they are incredibly cost inefficient for raising tailoring. More on this in the next segment, which is now. Alright, so in this segment, I'll only be discussing what is needed to raise the tailoring to level 90, not further. So here's what we need to go from level 1 all the way to level 90 in tailoring during world boosts. We will need a total of 124,096 magic essences, 26,201 books, 16,452 ice relics, 2,691 nature relics, 6,960 curse relics, and 98 fire relics. Yes, this is the most cost-effective path to raising your tailoring, and you won't be needing many fire relics to do so. I wish I knew this a lot sooner. Oh, and we also need 99 pine logs and 19 leathers from cows. However, the total cost of purchasing all of these materials at the current market price is about 420 million gold. Yes, that is a lot of gold you will need, but this is also why I recommend farming seedlings a ton in my best way to level up a mage guide, video linked above. However, do note it will cost you another 900 million gold to tailor the full turmoil set, so yeah.
Better spread your butt cheeks, boy!
Now for this section, I really need you to pay attention. Please remember that we will only tailor during
active world boosts.
This way we gain 50% additional tailoring EXP, which means we save 33% of our cost. Otherwise, instead of needing 420 million gold for the materials, you will need 630 million gold because you fucked up on this. From level 1 to 3, tailor the pine logs into 495 paper. Then from level 3 to 5, tailor 19 leather with 95 paper into 19 books. And now from level 5 onwards, we can fully tap into the main materials we obtained from the previous segment of this video. We will focus on whichever gives us the most tailoring EXP until we reach tailoring level 68. And this part is extremely important. We will unlock the Inferno Tome recipe at this tailoring level, but we won't be tailoring a single copy of it. Instead, we will continue tailoring Cursed Tomes, that is from level 60 all the way to 76, and not stopping at 68. This is the most cost-effective option. Then just use the rest of your materials going through the later tailoring recipes all the way to level 90, and that is it. So remember when I said tailoring is a complete gold sink? This is still true, and raising it further in level 90 is, in my opinion, a complete wasteful use of time and gold. There is one more recipe we can unlock at level 92, and that is the Torture Tome, but like I said before, killing Netherrack is the best way to get more tomes. Should you still be determined to get to this point in your tailoring, then you will need 5,500 books, 5,500 ice relics, and 32,800 magic essences. This is an extra 104 million gold you will be wasting to get here from 90 to 92. And if you wanted to get from level 92 to level 100 in tailoring for the tailoring cape and milestone pet skin, you will need a further 29,456 books, 29,456 cursed relics, and 176,736 magic essences for a grand total of
426 million gold.
This costs you more than raising your tailoring from level 1 to level 90. Keep in pet skin sold separately. And if you're thinking of getting a level 120 milestone pet skin, it is actually less costly to pay for a therapist. You would then need an additional 659,325 books, 659,325 cursed relics, and 3,955,950 magic essences for a whopping grand total of
9.5 billion gold.
This is roughly $800 worth of lollipops, I'm just saying. So there you go, this is how you raise your tailoring level up to level 90, and I hope this video answered all of your questions. Feel free to hit me up in the comments below if you have any other queries, and hopefully I didn't miss anything out in this video. Let me know how far along you are in your tailoring journey and whether this video made you quit Curse of Aros too. I'm just joking. Right? Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Curse of Aros content. Now with that said, this has been Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.